All right, welcome everybody. We are just getting set up here for our match against the Triangle Wolves. Our Hanover Horde has progressed two steps deep into the tournament for the regionals. And we are looking pretty good moving into the fight against a tough Triangle Wolves team, so it should be a lot of fun. We're just getting stuff set up. Our match with the Fortnite ran a little bit long. We had really good matches from our Horde and Heroes teams there, so GG's to those guys. Hoping each of those teams makes it to the top 16. I think we got pretty good chance. So stick around. Let me finish getting this set up with our counterparts down there in Triangle, and we'll get this thing kicked off here in just a couple minutes. Stick with us.
New videos every week. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out.
So you want to watch the Overwatch League. You're not alone, but no matter if you're a veteran esports fan or a newcomer, you can agree on one thing. Watching the game isn't always easy. Even if you've played Overwatch before, it's tough to sort out the visual clutter on broadcast and keep track of heroes, teams, or plays at any one time. And that's what we're here to help you with today. This is your Overwatch League Viewer's Guide. To start off, we'll assume you're aware of the fundamentals of Overwatch, the basic gameplay, heroes, and the concepts of cooldowns and abilities. If you're really starting from square one though, check out the video in the description for a quick rundown before we get into things. Ready? Okay, let's talk about the rules of engagement. If you've ever watched football, you know the rules of engagement. The offense and defense set up behind their linemen, and after the snap, players on either side do specific jobs to either advance the ball or stop it. Teams in Overwatch work in a similar way. There's a front line, usually made up of two tank heroes with high health and low damage. These are the linemen of Overwatch, who score fewer points, in this case kills, but contribute by starting fights, protecting teammates, and holding key positions on the map. Then there's the back line, where more vulnerable support heroes heal their teammates and provide unique tools, like bonus speed or causing enemies to take more damage. And finally, there are the DPS heroes. Their job is to do the most damage to the enemy team. These are your star wide receivers and running backs, making the flashy, high-impact plays that result from proper team coordination.
One right now, and look at it, he's just taking another angle. Oh my god! Oh, there we go, Saya! Triple kill from him! The huge plays! Just tombing him! Get out, Valiant!
A play or team fight in professional Overwatch sees both teams of 6 grouping up and starting a fight over an objective, whether it's a cart that needs to be pushed to the end of a track or control of a certain area on the map. Usually, one of the tanks will engage onto the other team to start, but a well-placed shot by a DPS can score an early kill and force a fight to break out. Priority targets are typically backline supports or low health damage dealers, but teams will focus down anyone if they're out of position. So we've established how teams organize themselves into roles and how each typical fight will go. But how do I know who's winning the fight and who should I be looking at? Allow me to direct your attention to the heads-up display. We'll take it step by step. Up here are portraits with the players, their hero, along with their health and progress towards their ultimate. The more ultimates a team has ready, the more likely they are to win the fight through sheer firepower and utility. Down below, you see what the player sees, their health, ammo, ultimate progress, and ability cooldowns. And finally, home teams will have their primary colors throughout the screen and across in-game effects.
All right, welcome back. We are kicking this off. The Wolves won the toss, so they will be picking the first map, and the first map is Hanover. All right, so Hanover is an assault map, which means one team will be trying to defend a position, one team will be trying to attack the position. Here you see the first position, the first point, you should say. Looks like the Wolves are going to be on defense since they won the coin flip. The Wolves will be on offense, pushing towards the point. The Horde will be on defense. So let's see what the comps we've got. For CNH Horde 2, that is DC Fuse. He's running Reinhardt. Hitscan's running his typical Hitscan. Pizza Freak is running the Reaper. CNH Horde 4, who is Weirdo, is running the Mercy. Ana is being run by Slip097 at PC5. And CNH Horde 6, which is Kid MDK, is running the Zarya. So a little bit of a little comp change running that Zarya there. Otherwise, pretty standard configuration for the Horde. All right, so let's see how this map plays out. The Wolves are bringing a Moira, a Reinhardt, a Junkrat, a Mercy, a McCree, and a Zarya to the fight as well. So here comes the Wolves pushing in against this stout Horde defense. Right, we got a good hold here. The typical choke point here. You hold at the main fenced-in area here. You got hit scan. The top right does get elimination on Moira right off the bat. You can see how deadly he can be at that position. DC Fuse running that Reinhardt gets an elimination on the Mercy. So they are down their support characters and will probably retreat and recoup. So a good first defense by this Horde team here. So good job holding off that first strong push by the Wolves team. This Wolves team coming in undefeated in the tournament just like the Horde. So this is the winner's bracket. 2 undefeated teams, 2 of the best teams in the country facing off in Overwatch action. Hitscan, a couple eliminations, taking out the Junkrat and the Mercy of the Wolves, followed up by Pizza Freak taking out that Reinhardt. That's going to have them retreating. Slip097 takes out the Moira, support on support action, and that is going to drive the Wolves back to their spawn to recoup and try another push here. 2 minutes 38 seconds left on the clock. Again, the objective in the assault is to try to get 2 points on the map, and then you'll flip sides and try to defend the other team from getting 2 points on that map. Here comes a strong push again coming in from the Wolves. Looks like they have had a slight comp change, bringing in Baptiste. Mercy's using her ultimate at this point. Hammer down, hammer strike. And Hanzo unleashes his ultimate for 1, 2, 3, 4 eliminations just as they're stacked at the door. A tire does come in and take out Slip097, but not before Mercy comes in. Is going to resurrect her, or Slip097 get him right back in the fight, and the Horde are at full strength after that slot. So excellent ultimate unleashed by Hitscan there. Right as they were stacked in the doorway, just wiped out 4 of them, and the rest of the team came in and cleaned up. So 1 minute, 44 seconds left on the clock. The Horde is showing why they're one of the strongest teams in the country, but they do not take this Wolves team from Triangle lightly. One of the original teams in the league, Triangle. So we know they bring a strong game. Jay and his crew down there always field strong teams. Pizza Freak does take out Blaze, running that Reinhardt for the Wolves. So that's a big limb right there. They don't have that main tank. They're probably going to draw back on recoup. With just 1 minute, 15 seconds left on the clock. They got time for about 2 more good pushes here. It's going to be close, though, so they need to start moving, and here they come. Looks like they're trying a little bit of a split maneuver, probably to try to negate the effect of hit scan in that long-range shot. You can see they got the hog now coming in right after hit scan in that position, so you can see the tactics matching up team against team here. Really fun to watch. They do manage to get the Reinhardt. Switch to that Genji cop, does take out, so they are making a push deep in the line here, but Hanzo, played by Hitscan, gets a couple good limbs, but it's an even fight at this point until Pizza Freak and Hitscan get a few more eliminations there. Given the Horde the numbers advantage, they do get someone on the point, but the rest of the team is not there. Quickly eliminated, and the time is running down. So about one more time for a good push by the Wolves here. Just 20 seconds, so it's going to have to be a rush push. The Horde are in great position here. See if they can rally back and set up a defense as the Wolves push in, and they're going to try to get to that point and force this match into overtime. You can see the Horde see their tactic coming out here to address that. They do take out that Junkrat. Good job by Slip097. They do get the Genji on point, but he's quickly eliminated. Hammer strike there by CNH Horde 2, played by DC Fuse. Hanzo unleashes his ultimate. Just got to clear off this Roadhog. That Pizza Freak ultimate should take care of it, and it does. Overtime's going to go away, and the Horde keep the Wolves from earning any points on that first push. All right, so good valiant try there by the Wolves, but the Horde, again, with stout defense, really set up a good defense and really dictated that fight. That's one thing we say each and every time. Dictate the fight. Dictate where the enemy's coming, what you're going to give that enemy, and then when they do something different, like you saw there at the end, they tried to flank to the right side. The Horde team countered. They set up. They prepared for that last push, that last hold, to try to drive that into overtime, and they just did an excellent job that round. So really textbook play by the Horde on defense. Let's see what comp they're running for offense. Looks like they're running the same exact comp. From a defensive perspective, looks like the Wolves are going to be running a Baptiste, a Winston, a Junkrat, a Mercy, a Pharah, and a Roadhog. All right, so the Horde, again, are going to be pushing in. And the Wolves are going to be on defense. If you're rooting for the Wolves, they are in red. If you're rooting for the Horde, they are in blue. All right, so let's kind of get a bird's eye view here. So they're going to be using that Pharah here, that Pharah Mercy combo. Pretty strong combo if you can use it right. Looks like they're going to be pushing that Pharah Mercy forward to play a little bit disruptor. Actually, Mercy draws back, so does Pharah. All right, so good push in by the Horde. They get through that door, which is a critical piece, running behind the shield of DC Fuse. They just need to get in here, secure the first point. Good eliminations by Zarya and DC Fuse there. Take that first point. Good elimination. DC Fuse gets 1-2 eliminations, and Kid MDK gets an elimination there. They just need to get to that first little triangle, and they're going to do it. Pretty quick first push here by this Horde team. Strong push. So good game. GG's all around the boards. The Horde, again, just coming in, dictating that fight. Wolves really did a good job trying to rally, but they came in super aggressive. They had the ability to do that. Here you see the ultimate unleashed by this Hanzo at that perfect time. That's how you do it. You shoot it through that wall for a protected position. 1, 2, 3, 4 eliminations, followed up by a couple eliminations from his team. Sends the team back to spawn, and that will secure the first points of the game for our Hanover Horde team. Again, this is the winner's bracket, the finals of our winner's bracket. Let's go ahead and credit the Horde a score, and we'll be right back in just a couple more minutes here. Let me talk to the other team. We'll get the next map set up, and we'll be ready to go. So stick with us.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rip it. It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by me. Dad, all right, push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills.
You love being Battle Mercy.
Yes, Battle Mercy.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does?
So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Boopsiva!
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports, They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of a team. It's all about the experience.
I need you. I need you. Nice job. Go. Group in now. Push in. We don't have to good. Good game. Good.
They say that you can see the devil dance on idle hands, so we put in work. Amen. Put the city on my shoulder blades and molded waves. Focus on the future when it's rolling safe.
This is gonna be fun. What's this?
When it's no pain, it's no glory. Legendary grind for the history. Come to shut us down, you on what arm? We about to go loud for me.
Let me show you how the boss does it.
We put in work.
See ya.
Ain't no killing this energy. Spilling from the spirit, them lyrics be
They are nothing to me.
The grind don't stop. We giving it 100 till the squad on top. We put in work. The grind never dies. We giving it
Time for the fireworks.
We put in work.
Fire in the hole.
Dude, I got all the kills that first round.
I got the mercy. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it.
I don't have my
I need heals. I need heals. Group up on the point.
Alright, nice job, guys. They only got 6 seconds.
As long as I can.
They have no 6.
Nice! No! Is that us?
Nice.
We got it.
Good game.
Good.
All right, welcome back. Just finished getting set up here. We got the option to ban 3 maps since we are the winning team. So we banned Temple, Volskaya, And I forget what else we banned. One more. Horizon, or Temple Horizon Paris. And they decided to go with King's Row, which is actually one of our team's favorite maps, too. It's just a fun map to play. It's a hybrid map in the fact that you have to secure the payload. You secure the payload, you get 1 point. And then transporting the payload, you get 2 more points from that. Again, our team really likes this map, and obviously the Wolves like it too, so that should lead to some really fun gameplay. So we'll go ahead and get started. Let me give them the... All right, so let's kick this thing off. King's Row, Hanover Horde, Triangle Wolves, Hanover Horde with the 1-0 victory. If they win here, they will have won the winner's bracket for our region, and then we'll have to wait to see how the loser's bracket and some of the other matches play out to see how this tournament will finalize. All right, so let's go ahead and sweep around the map here. GLA chefs shared by everyone. Here you see the garage. This is a location that the hybrid vehicle, the escort vehicle, I should say, will pop out of. Let's swing over here to the spawn. Here's kind of the choke, the traditional choke. Teams will hold. And then there you see the spawn. A lot of good opportunities to come down here and flank using these towers. Dive tanks a lot of times work good here. So Winston's diving in behind the lines. So let's see what kind of comp they run here. So the Horde will be pushing first. The Wolves are on defense. So if you're rooting for the Horde, they are in red. We've got DC Fuse running Reinhardt, Hitscan running his Widowmaker, Pizza Freak running his Reinhardt, Weirdo running his Mercy, Sliff097 running Ana, and Zarya being run by Kid MDK. For the defense for the Wolves, they're going to be bringing an Orisa to the fight this time, as well as a Sigma and a Bastion. Don't typically see the Bastion in these gold level competitions. But we'll see how that works out. They're also running a Lucio, playing a typical pirate ship, double shield actually, double shield from the Orisa and the Sigma running the top. Let's see how the Horde decide to counter that. That Bastion is a ton of firepower, especially being double shielded. But the Horde are going to try to get in close using that statue. You can bet they're going to try to send Pizza Freak around. But the Bastion does take out the Reinhardt and Pizza Freak. Mercy's going to come in there, try to get that res. I don't know if she's going to be able. She is. She does able to get DC Fuse. They are able to get to that Bastion with Zarya there. Hitscan takes out 1 and 2 of the opposing players from the Wolves. Fitting to clear the Wolves out of here, and they will start earning credit towards the point. So interesting setup with that double shield Bastion. But again, once you get in behind that Bastion, pretty easy to eliminate. And they are going to earn the first point and get the escort vehicle here. All right, so the payload should start moving. Here you see DC Fuse out here pushing forward using that shield. You got Genji out front. I'm sorry, that's a hit scan out front. Just playing Disruptor while this escort vehicle rounds this turn. Zarya moving out front here, so looks like they did get Pete there, Reaper, in there on the vehicle, driving some of the Horde members off, but they're continuing to push here. Fire being exchanged on both sides of this team as they try to move this payload forward. Zarya does get a nice elimination on the Reaper of the opposing team. Hit scan takes out the Shadow Storm, but Baptiste comes down and gets a limb on that Reinhardt. Let's see if Weirdo can get that Reinhardt back in the fight. He does, but just like that, Sigma ultimate unleashed by the opposing team. Gets him in there. Here comes a Junkrat tire. See if it finds anybody home. It does. Take out the support line, the back line of the Horde. They're continuing to push with both Ana and Mercy behind because why not? You're pushing, hopefully buying time for them to get because there was a couple of limbs on the other side. But because that back line's gone, you have to believe the Wolves want to be aggressive here. But looks like they're content to try to hold here at this choke point. If I was them, I would have probably pushed and took advantage of them being down to support, but they definitely wanted a full complement and decided strategically it's smarter to hold this point. So here you see the Horde holding up, waiting till they get their support in line. They do. There you see Ultimate Unleashed with Genji, played by Hitscan, does take out the Junkrat of the opposing team. They follow up with the Zarya taking out that Genji of Hitscan. So a little bit of a weird comp change with Hitscan playing Genji, but we'll see how that plays out. Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle here. Good fire strike by DC Fuse. Push it in deep, getting in, and does take out that Reinhardt. We know how important that main tank is to their defense. Good eliminations by Hitscan and Pizza Freak, taking out tank and support elements, allowing the Horde to continue this push to the second point and on towards the third. So good push by this Horde team. Still 5 minutes left on the clock here. Plenty of time. You can see that Junkrat back there hiding, but Zarya, played by Kid MDK, is going to sneak him out and eliminate him. Hitscan gets elimination on their support. This is one of the harder points to secure here at the end because you are so close to the spawn. Pizza Freak tries to unleash his ultimate, but take it out. I'm sorry, that was the Reaper of the opposing team before Pizza Freak of the Horde takes him out. Pushing super close, then Pizza Freak unleashes his ultimate, and that is going to do it. Quick push for the Horde. 4 minutes and 28 seconds still left on the clock, so a lot of time. Very quick push for this Horde teams. So GRs all around. Good round by the Wolves, but just a tough Horde push here. So we're going to flip sides. The Horde will be on defense. Tough row to hoe for this Wolves team. They need to push 3 points against this tough, which they can. They can absolutely do it. This is a very capable team. They've been around. A lot of the names you'll recognize with Lobos and Red Hair Dude and some of these other players that we've been playing with for a few seasons now. It's fun to see these returning players and start to get that name recognition because a lot of these kids play together even when we're not playing matches. They'll find each other on Overwatch. They've got some on some Discord channels they all play on. They get to know each other virtually, and it's been a really fun community to see built around gaming and around the love of Overwatch. All right, here you see the Horde coming in, setting up on defense, running a Reinhardt. Hitscan's running his Hanzo. Pretty standard configuration again with Kid MDK running that Zarya. Seems to be working for him. Pushing up to hold the choke just behind this double-layered British-style bus. And from the opposing team, looks like they're going to be running a Moira this time along with a Widowmaker, so a little bit of a comp change. Let's see if they can get some good early picks with that Widowmaker up in that perch. You can see them exchanging fire. Hitscan, battle of the snipers there. Junkrat comes and chases Hitscan from his perch while that Widowmaker's still raining fires. But Hitscan does counter that Widowmaker and takes her out on that top row. Good elimination by Reinhardt, played by DC Fuse to take out the Reinhardt of the opposing team. You have to imagine they're going to push back and reconsolidate, try another push here. So good battles. Looks like a Diva was demeched over there. Looks like they... No, it doesn't look like maybe that was the Reinhardt I saw went down on the opposing side. Pizza Freak hit scan. A couple more good eliminations against the opposing team. Just holding strong at this choke here. You can see the play of Mercy back here. Staying hidden, staying covered. One of the best Mercy players in the league is Weirdo. Does a really good job finding his teammates, staying in position, staying out of harm's way, and keeping them in the fight week in and week out. One of the reasons this team is so strong is a strong back line between him and Sliff097. Right, we've got Pizza Freak out front here. Again, probably the best Reaper in the Overwatch, XP League Overwatch. Out front there, being disruptive. He is very good at getting deep in the lines, coming back, getting his heals. He's never stays in one place for too long, always moving, always teleporting to good positions, and unleashes some of the best Reaper ultimates you will see. Probably has more player of the games racked up than any XP player. Here comes a Reaper ultimate unleashed by Pizza Freak. Pretty much on cue. Takes out 1-2. The rest of the team comes in for nearly a team wipe. Going to chase that last player back to spawn. So no sooner than I called one of the best ultimates, well-timed ultimates. There you saw one of them right there, and the team was poised to clean up the rest of the team. Hitscan gets an early elimination on that McCree of the Wolves there. And just still plenty of time on the clock, 1:52. They get more time if they secure the payload, if they're able to escort. Again, holding this choke point. They're getting a little bit deeper in there. Doing a good job. Hammer strike by the Wolves there. See if they're able to convert on that. Unfortunately, it didn't look like they were able to convert. Pizza Freak came in and took out that Reinhardt before they really had a chance to take advantage of that hammer strike. It seemed like everything was set up really well. Unfortunately, the rest of the team just didn't push. Pizza Freak goes in deep, takes out that McCree and the Junkrat, so single-handedly takes out the DPS of the Wolves. Horde pushing a little bit deeper in here. Here comes a Junkrat tire. See if it finds anybody home. Oh, it does. Wow, nice Junkrat tire. Takes out both tanks of the Horde, but a good res by Weirdo to bring Zarya back into the fight. Trading eliminations here on both sides. This is going to allow them to get deep, but it looks like the Horde, is the Horde going to surrender? Looks like they're going to try to hold here. We got the Mercy in back here, but she's going to be taken out along with the Zarya. And the Wolves, 40 seconds left on the clock. Looks like they're going to secure the payload, so... Real good job, real good push. That Junkrat tire got in over behind the shield of Reinhardt. Horde typically really good at deflecting those Junkrat tires. Kind of caught off guard there and took out both tanks. All right, so here you see the Reaper pushing forward. Does get the Zarya of the opposing team. Here you see the Wolves pushing in behind their shield. We'll see it from their point of view. Hit scan up top on his perch, raining down fires. Again, if you're rooting for the Horde, they are in red. If you're rooting for the Wolves, they are in blue. Another ultimate unleashed by Pizza Freak does take out the Lucio of the opposing team. Hammer Strike just cut short again by Pizza Freak. Well-timed elimination of that Reinhardt. Just as they're able to convert on that Hammer Strike, or nearly convert. Reaper on Reaper battle. Reaper wins that one for the Horde. And the Wolves are going to reconsolidate here. 2 minutes to 2 minutes on the clock. Here they come, reconsolidating, get behind that shield of Reinhardt. Fire Strike comes through, does find some home, but quickly healed up by Weirdo playing Mercy. Reinhardt working his way deep in here, trying to get to the payload. You got a beat by Lucio, unleashed by the Wolves. This allows them to get around the turn here. Looks like the Horde are going to try to hold this turn. Gravitron unleashed by Zarya there, along with the Hanzo ultimate. Well-timed combo there. 1, 2, 3 eliminations. McCree does eliminate Slip097, but Hitscan takes out the McCree. We're going to res on Slip097 right back into the fight. So good job by the Horde. Way to put a couple combos together with those ultimates. Really excellent. Well played. Excellently played by the Horde team. That just gives the Wolves just 1 minute to make this push to the second point. And this is a pretty tight little corridor. Good place for the Horde to hold. Charge on charge right there. Pizza Freak gets an elimination on the Reinhardt of the opposing team, taking out that main tank. Here comes another Junkrat tire. This time Reinhardt's able to deflect it with the shield. Ultimate unleashed by Pizza Freak. 1, 2, 3 eliminations. Mercy with the res. And team wipe, or nearly team wipe, with Reinhardt and Pizza Freak cleaning up the last two players. Excellent job again. Just Pizza Freak putting on a clinic with how to unleash these ultimates at critical times. 16 seconds left on the clock. The Wolves need to make an aggressive push here. Drive this thing into overtime so they can push the payload the rest of the way. If not, the Horde will win this match. They'll win the map, and they will be the winners of the winner bracket for the Group A division. So they did get to the point. Hanzo unleashes his ultimate, does take out 1, 2. He follows up with elimination on the Zarya. The Horde have the numbers advantage and clear the remaining players off with a team wipe to finish the game and the match. GG's all around. Great game. GG's over to our friends over there at Triangle. Well-played match, but the Horde brought the pain this time. Hitscan, I imagine it's going to be that ultimate he unleashed again. 2 players of the game in a row. Here at the end, gets a 1, 2 eliminations. Unleashes his ultimate. That's just 1, 2, 3 eliminations, and it's going to follow up with 1 more. Pizza Freak's going to take it out, and then that is going to do it. The Horde are going to continue their undefeated streak up through this bracket and win with the 2-0 victory over the Wolves. So that's going to do it. We'll be right back to recap this, so stick around, and we'll be right back after these brief messages.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rip it. It doesn't matter.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by me. Dad, all right, push up with me, push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills.
You love being Battle Mercy.
Yes, Battle Mercy.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does?
So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Fruit Steve!
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of the team. It's all about the experience.
I need you. I need you. Nice. Go. Group in now. Push in. We don't have to. Good game. Good.
All right, that's going to do it for right now. Thanks for tuning in. The Horde continue their movement through the bracket. Winners of the winner bracket, Group A for the Overwatch Gold section at this point. Now we got to see how things play out with the non-winners bracket, as I like to call it, and then we'll see how the rest of these matches shake out to get our next one scheduled. So come on back, keep track of us. We'll be going live hopefully here within the next hour or so with our next match. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.